This is the BSC Football Review with head coach Eddie Garfinkel, an inside look at Birmingham Southern football. Brought to you by Pepsi, always refreshing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. When your health care is protected, you can focus on being you. The Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau. Greenland Barbecue. Ain't nothing like 'em nowhere. Express Oil Change and Service Center. Turn to us. America's First Federal Credit Union. Refreshingly unbank-like. Southeast Urgent Care at Fultondale, providing healthcare needs for BSC athletes. Tire Engineers. If we don't take care of our customers, someone else will. St. Vincent Sports Medicine, taking care of the healthcare needs of BSC athletics. Alabama Power, always on. And by Limbaugh Toyota, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Welcome back to the Birmingham Southern Football Review. Landry Roberts now being joined by Birmingham Southern head football coach Eddie Garfinkel. Coach, the off week, I know this is a good time for you and your staff not only to evaluate getting ready for the center game, but you take a look at a lot of youngsters on your roster and trying to get them ready not only for the JV schedule, but also for their future as Birmingham Southern Panthers.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that people don't realize. You know, our coaches, we'll coach a game on Saturday. You've got to get up on Sunday morning and grade Saturday's film at 6 a.m. and get ready for a JV game that Sunday afternoon. And we played 5 JV games this year. We had one cancel on us. LaGrange canceled last weekend. And we use the JV program to kind of develop our freshmen. And you know, they're going to stay here for 4 years and graduate. So we don't redshirt. And you don't redshirt in Division III, so it gives them opportunity to get playing experience and all that. So we'll use this week, you know, trying to get some of those young guys, you know, some reps, and we've had to play a lot of freshmen this year anyway, and so we'll kind of use this week to teach them their techniques and, you know, get them honed up on special teams that they've had to kind of play a role in and that type of thing. So it's kind of a good week really for our open date.
I refer to the last year's center game as the Eye of the Tiger game. It was a game when your team, they came out, they knew that they had Center and Millsaps left on the schedule, and it was up to them, had gone through a little bit of a slide, and they went up to Danville and did something no Birmingham Southern team had done. And Center was a hurdle for this program and a team that, you know, really you had struggled with. And last year, you talk about laying it to them up in a cold, misty atmosphere in Danville, Kentucky. You got it done. Talk about this game coming up, the importance of finishing strong.
Yeah, you know, last year we had never beaten Center before, and going up there is a tough place to play. And you know, you mentioned Eye of the Tiger. You know, we showed them Rocky III the night before, and I think that inspired them. And you know, we try to do anything we can, and that's the whole thing that we tell our guys. You know, it's all in your mind and attitude and all that type of thing. And we had not brought the right attitude to the several weeks before that game last year against Center, and we brought the right attitude, and we kind of showed ourselves what we can do. So, you know, the big thing with this team is the same thing. You know, we've got to, you know, be ready to play, but we cannot continue to beat ourselves with giving up big plays and turning the ball over and those type of things. So those are the things we're going to work on. We're going to have to do to finish up the season in a positive note.
So it was Rocky last year. Any chance we see Braveheart, Gladiator, anything on tap for this year?
Hey, I hadn't thought about it yet. We're just trying to get through this open date. We'll think of something.
All right, well, good luck in the finale.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Landry.
All right, Coach Eddie Garfinkel heading to Center this weekend. The Birmingham Southern Football Review continues right after this.
Be bad if I want. I can go slow all night long. I'm a pro. Embrace your past, but live for now. Now put your arm on this, 'cause I put it.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. From Emily's tonsils, Duke's torn rotator cuff, Annie's torn ligament, to Sherry's cancer treatments. That's why we've created our website, hcralabamablue.com, to help you understand the new healthcare reform requirements and how they may affect you. We invite you to sign up for updates and join in the conversation. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
With the new mobile deposit feature through the America's First banking app, depositing a check is easier than posting a latte pic. Just photograph the check, confirm the amount, and send. Best of all, mobile deposit is free at America's First Federal Credit Union.
We've all been to one of those places where they're just making it up as they go along, causing problems rather than fixing them, and charging an arm and a leg. Just ask Coach Bowden.
Hey, don't let that monkey touch my car.
For 64 years, Birmingham families have trusted the professionals at Tire Engineers for the best prices on tires and ASE certified service on their vehicles with no fine print or gimmicks.
Don't monkey around with your car. Go to Tire Engineers.
Visit one of our 7 area locations today.
The big time savings event this week at Limbaugh Toyota. Camry Special Luxury Edition package, only $18,888. Automatic and leather, no charge. Limbaugh Toyota, big time. $18,888. Camry Special Luxury Edition package, $18,888. With automatic and leather, no charge. Limbaugh Toyota, exit 120 off I-59 West.
Welcome back to the Birmingham Southern Football Review. Landrum Roberts now being joined by the esteemed athletics director here at Birmingham Southern College, Mr. Joe Dean Jr. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. I like the word esteemed. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounded good.
I'm not either, but I think it fits you well.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about Saturday's atmosphere. Great here on the Hilltop. Homecoming, Senior Day 2013. Electric setting there at Panther Stadium, and a huge win for the Panthers.
Everything about it was incredible. I mean, the energy level was there. It was reunion weekend, so we had a lot of the 50-year class, 40-year class, 30-year classes there. We had more alumni sign up for the various events on campus Saturday than we ever have for homecoming. Without question, it was the biggest crowd that we've ever had for really any event except for graduation on this campus on Saturday, and winning the football game in dramatic fashion on the last play of the game, the way we did, blocking the field goal, was really special. It was just a great day on the Hilltop.
Well, you mentioned alumni. I want to talk about how important is it to have a football program here at Birmingham Southern, not only for your alumni, but your current and your prospective students thinking about attending Birmingham Southern.
You know, it's funny, Landrum, when I came here, I never in my wildest dreams thought Birmingham Southern would ever have a football program. I just didn't think we had the infrastructure or the ability to do it. But it has been, and I've said this before, having football at Birmingham Southern has been, in my opinion, one of the greatest things that we've ever done because of all of the excitement that it brings to the campus, the school spirit, the ability to have 5 fall weekends where all the alums can come back and you can have a great homecoming and get the students involved, the tailgating, you know, everything about it. And we have a good football team, a team that's very competitive, has already won a conference championship, and you add all that up and you have something that's very special at this college. And this is a great institution, and it deserves that type of enthusiasm and spirit, and I think football has brought that to the campus.
Well, with you taking over what seems like now, and it's hard to believe many moons ago, you're a veteran here at Birmingham Southern as athletic director. You've gone through a lot of changes here, a lot of transition from NAIA to Division I, and of course the 4-year probationary period. Then from Division I to Division III, another 4 years. Then you change conferences. That's a 2-year probationary period. Just explain to us the transition and what it's been like for you as an athletic director.
Well, there's no question. It's been, you know, maybe the most unique journey over the last 15 years that any NCAA school has ever gone through. I mean, when you think about a program that played from World War II until 1999 in the NAIA and won national championships in basketball and baseball and went to national tournaments in all sports and had great tradition in those days. And then for Dr. Neil Burdi, our president at the time, to decide to make the bold move to Division I and play against the big schools, which we did very successfully for 7 years. I'm very, very proud of the 7 years that we spent as an NCAA Division I institution, we beat Alabama, we beat Auburn, we beat Vanderbilt, Georgia, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, North Carolina State, UAB. We beat all of those big schools in one sport or another during our 7-year time. And oh, by the way, in 3 years that we were eligible for Big South Conference championships, we won 8 Big South Conference championships in 6 different sports. So we really had it going, and we had it going with great student athletes that were honor students that performed in the classroom and all graduated. And so that was a great part of the history of this athletic program at Birmingham Southern. Now that we're Division III, it's probably really where Birmingham Southern ought to be. We're a small private liberal arts college of academic distinction, and now we are competing with other schools that are the same size, same mission, same academic profile that we are. So it's a great fit for us, and we're winning championships in Division III. And overall, it's been an interesting but an exciting journey.
I'd like to talk a little bit about your father. Legendary athletic director, everyone knows at LSU, and the job that he did there. What's the best piece of advice you think that he gave you when you took over this job?
Well, you know, he used to get asked all the time by coaches. He was a kind of a mentor to a lot of coaches through the years. Before he went to LSU, he worked 29 years for the Converse Shoe Company, and he was all over the country negotiating shoe contracts with the big-time coaches and speaking at clinics and banquets and what have you. And the coaches always ask him for advice. And one time, I'll never forget, a coach said, "I'm thinking about taking this job. What kind of job do you think it is?" And his response to the coach was, "It's anything that you want to make it." And I've always remembered that comment. And when I came to Birmingham Southern and was given the opportunity to be the athletic director, I thought, you know, this program athletically, as we move into Division I and now we're going to Division III, can be anything we want to make it. And I think we've made it into a really good athletic program, one that's nationally respected, one that our school and the campus community and our alumni appreciate. And I think that advice from my dad has always held true for me as I became the AD 15 years ago.
Well, of course, you have experience as a head basketball coach, of course, here at Birmingham Southern and at Central Florida. How advantageous is that for you, having been on that side as a head coach and then coming here and dealing with your staff and your athletic department every single day?
Well, I think it's a big advantage as an athletic director. You know, I don't think you have to have been a coach or even a player to be an effective athletic director. And there are a lot of very good ones out there that never coached or never played. But I think if you were a student athlete in college, which I was blessed to have that opportunity at Mississippi State, and then you had an opportunity to coach at the college level, you understand what the kids go through, the work they put in, the sweat, the ups and the downs. You understand what coaches go through, how frustrating coaching can be and the ups and downs of that. And I think that really helps me to understand what our coaches and young men and women are going through, and to help encourage them at times when they really need encouragement to keep pressing on and persevering. So it's been a great advantage. It's been awesome for me because now I have 22 teams to cheer for, not just the team I used to coach, but I have 22 teams to cheer for and 460 student athletes to encourage and try to help be the very best they can be, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, finally, we'd like to wrap it all up. You've done so much for this athletic department in your time here, but I have to ask, what is your long-term vision? What would you like to still see done here at Birmingham Southern with your athletic department?
I've told our coaches and our student athletes this: I want to win the All Sports Trophy in the Southern Athletic Association. I want to do that one time before I retire, and I'm not ready to retire anytime soon. But we're definitely capable of doing that. That means you would be the #1 athletic program overall in the conference. We finished second 2 years ago. We finished third last year. And it takes a collaborative and collective effort of everybody to make that happen. That's more something the AD really looks at than the coaches really think about. But it's one of the goals that I have, and if we're the #1 program in the SAA, then we're one of the top 30 or 40 programs in the nation in the NCAA Division III. So that's my goal, that's my dream for this program.
That sounds good. Let's go do it.
Let's do it. All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. That's Mr. Joe Dean Jr., Director of Athletics here at Birmingham Southern College, and the Birmingham Southern Football Review continues right after this.
Southeast Urgent Care, located in Fultondale, Alabama, is owned and operated by former BSC baseball player and alumnus Dr. Paul Roberts. Dr. Roberts is board certified in emergency medicine and has over 10 years' experience in the busiest emergency rooms in Alabama. Dr. Roberts and his staff are able to provide high-quality medical care in a state-of-the-art facility with digital x-ray and on-site lab testing. Southeast Urgent Care is able to provide the care you want at the time you need and with a friendly attitude that will make you feel like you're not just another patient.
With the new mobile deposit feature through the America's First Banking app, depositing a check is easier than posting a latte pic. Just photograph the check, confirm the amount, and send. Best of all, mobile deposit is free at America's First Federal Credit Union.
There's a new team in town, Express Oil Change. And Tire Engineers have teamed up as Birmingham's premier automotive service centers. You've trusted Express Oil Change for over 30 years for the best mechanical service for your vehicles. And now we've joined with Tire Engineers to offer the best selection of name brand tires. Come see the new team at any of our convenient Birmingham locations today for the best service and tires for your vehicle. Performed by the professionals you trust. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers.
Welcome back to the Birmingham Southern Football Review. Landrum Roberts now being joined by Birmingham Southern College President General Charles Krulak. And first of all, General, thank you so much for having us today.
We're great to have you here.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us sit in your office and take a peek behind the curtain. You have a distinguished military career, accomplishments that just run off the page. What brought you to Birmingham Southern College?
Well, first off, it's not my career. In reality, it's a lot of people who helped me along the way. I mean, particularly in the military, you're never the general. You've got all of these troops who have got you kind of hoisted on their shoulders. So whatever success I had obviously came from a lot of people who worked with me, for me, and above me. I came to Birmingham Southern in kind of a roundabout way. After I retired from the Marine Corps, I wanted to do something totally different. And I went into international banking, and I became the chairman and CEO of International Bank. And I did that for about 6 years. And Bank America came into Europe and bought us. And so I'm out of my second job, and I wanted to do something totally different again. And I went into professional sports, and I went into, I'm on the board of Aston Villa Football Club, which is a premiership club, soccer club in England, and the board of Cleveland Browns. I did that, and as a matter of fact, I'm still on the board of Aston Villa for the last 7 or 8 years. But about 2010, I started thinking, and my wife was with me on this one, by the way, we started thinking that we weren't really in the Lord's will. We're Christians and we want to be in the Lord's will. And so we asked what that was, and the answer was, go back to your roots, which is young people. We have a passion for young people. And so we said, let's be a college president. And through roundabout ways, we came to Birmingham Southern because of a lot of reasons, but the principal ones are, one, the community. It is a community here, it's a family, and you could see that and feel that the second you got on the campus. To the students, I mean, we do have a passion for young people, and to be with them again and help mold them into men and women of character was really important to us. 3, the faculty is world class. We love being around world class people. The staff the same way, great alumni, and then the city of Birmingham. I mean, we'd never been to Alabama, much less the city before, and so we were just blown away by what a magnificent state and truly magnificent city we're in. So all in all, great deal to be here.
You look at a lot of college presidents and you look at their involvement with every aspect of student life and activities and things that surround the university or the college. And I see you and I look and see how involved you are. I mean, you really take
a major role in interacting with the students here at Birmingham Southern. I see you all over the campus at all the sporting events. You're interested. Athletics is obviously a big part of Birmingham Southern.
Well, athletics, we have about between 30 and 40% of our students are student athletes, and so you're obviously going to spend time with them. I am a fanatic about sports. I think it brings something to a college campus. It brings something to young men and women that's important, just as the arts do. When I say I'm interested in sports, I'm not interested in sitting in the stands. I haven't spent a nanosecond in a stand in any sporting event that I can get out on the court. Now, they won't let me on the volleyball court or the basketball court, but for football, for soccer, for lacrosse, I roam the sidelines. And I think it's important for the players to know that you're part of them.
General Krulak, I'd like to talk about the volunteer work of the faculty members towards the athletes. I know that's important. A lot of these kids, they're not here like your typical Division I or Division AA kids. They're here to get an education.
That's right.
And then play sports. Can you talk about the relationship?
And when I came here, I took a leaf out of a book that I had years ago when I was at the Naval Academy. I was an officer rep for the wrestling team, so that I went with the wrestling team wherever they went. I was the go-between with the academics, etc. So when I got here, Joe Dean and I, the athletic director, got together with the provost, Dr. Mark Shantz, and we said, suppose we had for each team a professor who would be the liaison for that team to kind of watch over the team, the academics. If they had any trouble, they'd be able to come to him immediately. He'd be the interface with their professors, their advisor, or what have you. And it has worked magnificently. We didn't assign people. We said to the faculty, who would like to do this and what team would you like to be the advisor for? I mean, we had an overwhelming volunteers, and you see them all the time, out on the playing field, sitting up in the stands, screaming their heads off. There's a real tight relationship between that advisor on the team and the team itself. And we found that it helps not only retention, but it helps in the classroom, because if there is a problem, it's spotted very quickly.
What's your long-term vision for Birmingham Southern College?
That's simple, to be the #1 residential liberal arts college in the nation. And we're going to get there. I mean, it's going to take a while, but we're going to get there. I like to say that Harvard is the Birmingham Southern College of Boston. What do you think?
I like that. I like that. That's good. Your vision for the Birmingham Southern football program, of course, conference champions last year. Just talk about where you see the program going.
I think this year was a very tough year for any football fan to sit through. We started off like a ball of fire. We ran into Wesley. I think they played probably as good as they've played, and we probably didn't play a very good game. We then had a couple of rough spots. This last game, this homecoming game against Rhode, in my opinion, was the best I've seen this team play ever. And I mean, even when they won the conference championship. I thought it was very strong defensively. The defensive line played a magnificent job. I thought the O-line played a magnificent job. When your game is on the line and you've got 96 yards to drive, and that O-line continued to open up holes, give Tyson time to pass. It was just a remarkable game. And I think that you take a game like that, you can build a heck of a program on it. I think we're getting some wonderful young freshmen that are in there now, sophomores, juniors, getting ready to be seniors. And then bringing a good class coming in, we're going to be fine. We will win the conference again, and we will go to the NCAAs. That's our goal, to go to the NCAAs.
Well, I wish we had more time with you. We have to compress this into a segment, but just a fascinating story, your life, your accomplishments, if we had another hour, you've been gracious with your time, and I know you have things to get to, but thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, it's our pleasure, and again, good luck to you all. Your show's a great show. It really is. You should be very proud of yourselves.
Thank you, General Krulak.
Yeah, take care.
All right. When we come back, more of the Birmingham Southern Football Review right after this.
Embrace your past, but live for now. Now put your arm on this, 'cause I put it.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. From Emily's tonsils, Duke's torn rotator cuff, Annie's torn ligament, to Sherry's cancer treatments. That's why we've created our website, hcralabamablue.com, to help you understand the new healthcare reform requirements and how they may affect you. We invite you to sign up for updates and join in the conversation. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
What can you do to remind yourself to stay safe around power lines? While this solution may seem a bit impractical, having this type of picture in your mind is a good idea. Visualize the potential danger. Stay at least 10 feet away from overhead power lines. If you have to work closer than 10 feet, call us before you start. Remember, the best way to stay safe around power lines is to stay alert and stay aware.
Back in 1958, Big Daddy John Bishop opened Dreamland Barbecue with his signature recipe for sauce and hickory fire grilled ribs. And that legendary taste and recipe have remained unchanged for over half a century. Dreamland now serves everything from ribs to pulled pork and chicken to sausage links and still uses that famous sauce. Come in as customers and leave as family at Dreamland. Ain't nothing like 'em nowhere.
So Birmingham Southern travels on the road this weekend to Danville, Kentucky for their regular season finale to take on Center College. Kickoff is set for 12:30 Central. From all of us here at Birmingham Southern, I'm Landrum Roberts. We'll see you next week. The Birmingham Southern Football Review has been brought to you by Pepsi, always refreshing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. When your health care is protected, you can focus on being you. The Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau. Dreamland Barbecue. Ain't nothing like 'em nowhere. Express Oil Change and Service Center. Turn to us. America's First Federal Credit Union. Refreshingly unbanked life. Southeast Urgent Care at Fultondale, providing healthcare needs for BSC athletes. Tire Engineers. If we don't take care of our customers, someone else will. St. Vincent Sports Medicine, taking care of the healthcare needs of BSC athletics. Alabama Power, always on. And by Limbaugh Toyota, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.